morning, everyone. This is Lisa from Grace and Old Paper. I have a mini thrift haul for you today. Went yesterday to our local thrift store. Went with my daughter who was looking for a piece of furniture, and I was like, yay, any chance to go to the thrift store, let's go. And I went, and I've talked about my thrift store before. It's really a hit or miss. No, excuse me, I got that backwards. It's mostly a miss with a hit or two every once in a while, with a good thing every once in a while. My brain isn't woke up yet. Anyway, they had a lot of stuff yesterday and it was very busy. Wore my mask and, kept my distance and all that kind of stuff, but went in there and I decided to look at some of the nature books and art books and stuff like that, and of course they didn't have anything. And then I went to the well, I did find one book and I'll show it to you in just a minute. And then I went to the magazines, and our thrift store has magazines 3 for $1, which I love. And I ended up with this little pile. Let's see if I can get it in frame here. Okay, this one's a gardening book, and I find things, pretty pictures in there sometimes, and didn't really glance through it too much. So there's a bunch of bugs in here. I don't really like the bugs, but there are some good pictures in here, but just not a whole lot. But if nothing else, we'll use it for a gardening book for our actual yard. Love this purple flower. Just love that. Anyway, 3 for $1. So I had 9 in my cart, and my daughter came over with my grandson, and I showed one that I had found for him. It was a seek and find type thing, and somehow she left before I did, and somehow she ended up taking the book I was going to buy for him. So I didn't end up with the perfect number 9 of the books, but I got this one gardening book, and it's pretty good. But they had a whole stack of these country magazines. If you ever see these, get you some, because oh boy, at the images. I particularly loved this one, and I mean, look, oh my goodness. I want to one day do a farm journal, because I do have grandsons, and they love playing outside. And oh, look at this for Christmas. Isn't that adorable? I love that. So anyway, there's barns. Look at this. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Just really pretty images you can put in a winter or Christmas book. I love the little fox. So there's just so many pretty images in it. Look at that. God paints beautiful pictures, doesn't he? It's so gorgeous. Look at that. Makes me cold just looking at it. So I really loved this. There's stories in there. But I got this one. I may do a horse theme one day. So I ended up with these. This would be great for autumn. They have quite a few autumn ones. And there's another winter one. They're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures in them. I didn't get all they had, and I kind of wish I had, because I, got home last night and was really looking through them, thoroughly, and I just see so many images I want to use. Yeah, so enjoying that. So since I didn't have 9, which would make it $3 worth, I had another book, and this is an actual book, and I asked the lady, I said, well, how much is this one? I said, I didn't know how much this one was. She said, I'll just let you count that as your extra magazine. And I was like, thank you. So I got this for like 34 cents. How awesome is that? This has so many things that I can use. And they're all black and white images, but there's still great stuff in here. Let me find some of my favorites here. The Wedding Party of Mickey Mouse. It's an old thing. I'm not sure what exactly this. It's Collector's Identification and Value Guide. Includes advertising, autographs, cartoons, fans, World Fair, labels, magazines, maps, political posters, stocks and bonds, Valentine's, plus much more. So it's just got pictures of things, but, you know, goodness. I'm going to go through here and find me some good stuff. If I, you know, was into making baseball journals, oh my goodness, it's the stuff in here. Really great stuff. Look at all that. That's wonderful. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun going through this. There's what the famous Marilyn Monroe pose. So I just love it. I thought it was pretty cool. They're not the best quality images, but still there is quite a few things in there that I can get out. Especially for 33 or 34 cents. Wonderful. As I was leaving, I passed by and I looked at a shelf and just happened to glance down at the bottom of it, and this piece of fabric was sitting there. And I love this fabric. I think it's just beautiful. It's going to make a great journal or several. $3. Just a really good heavyweight. I love this pattern and color. So that'll make a good one. This is the one big book I got. And I got it for $1.50. And I have to tell you, my husband says, you can't cut that up, at least not until I look at it. 1886 to 1986, 100 years of the automobile. So, I mean, there are so many things to fussy cut. Look at that. Look at all of these. It is fabulous. Just fabulous. Look at all these. Isn't this great? And since I have grandson, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Since I have grandsons, they're going to love this too. I can maybe do a race car journal. Look at all those. So I was really excited about this, and my husband, I think, was a little more excited than I was. So I may lose this, or he said, and this kind of thrilled my heart. He said, or you could make me a race car journal, or a car journal. He said, I'll pick out my favorite images, and you can make me a journal of them, and that way I'll have them to keep. And I was like, okay, I can do that. You know, these Formula One. So it just goes through all the way up from the really cool, beautiful looking vehicles, I think, to some really ugly ones. You know, there were some years automobiles were just not nice looking. That brings back a lot of memories, this page right here. My husband, when we met, was a teenager, and he was into what he called dune buggies. You would take an old VW and he'd turn it into a buggy for the woods. I think at one time he had one that was actually still had the body on it and everything, and he would take it to the woods. But then sometimes he would take it apart and make a rail buggy out of it. And that's what we did a lot of weekends. We went riding in the woods when there was still woods. So I'm sure he'll get some fun out of this page. This thing right here, I don't know if that's the right one, but they did make a car called The Thing, and we actually know somebody that owns one of those old things. So anyway, I thought this was a wonderful find for $1.50. Just wonderful. But it was not the best find. I had just finished the magazines. And the magazines were in this small little section on one end of an aisle. And I was moving forward and starting to look at some craft stuff they had there. And I was, rifling through it all, and it was mostly a lot of junk. And about that time, my daughter and grandson walked up, and I was showing her the magazine I had found for him. And she turned around and looked at the shelf, and she reached over and started handing me scrapbook paper. Somebody had gotten rid of some scrapbook paper, and I'm telling you, this just doesn't happen at my thrift store. I was really excited. This is really pretty. Got this for 99 cents. Really pretty Christmas papers. Can make tags and stuff out of this. I love, love, love that pattern. Love it. So I got this one for 99 cents. I got this one for 99 cents, and I really love this one. It is gold on gold. So, so pretty. You can see that sparkling. That one's just solid gold. I will have fun with this stuff. Love that. Then she handed me more. This one was $1.99. I was like, she was like, do you want to look at it? And I was like, no, put it in the buggy. Put it in the buggy. I'll take it. $1.99. This is just all wood grains. And I love, I think, almost every one of them. And there's 4 each. I've already used one of these. I used it last night. In my 2020 journal, actually, that I've still been working on. That's got little elephants on it. That's just pretty. There's one in here that's my favorite. I think that's pretty too. But it's all wood grains with painted images. There's pineapples. Okay, this one I'm not too hip on, but it may come in handy one day. I can use it for backing things, if nothing else. These are all pretty. This one is my favorite. Love this one right here. So anyway, I thought this was fabulous. $1.99. $1.99. And I don't know if any of it's been taken out. And then we found this one. She found this one. Actually, she pulled the whole stack out at one time, and I was like, oh. This one was $2.99. Martha Stewart, Christmas. I was so excited. I mean, just so excited. Look at all the tags and journal cards. And they're just so cute. I love this one. How pretty is this? Look at the cardinal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Some of them are white with gold. That's pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Presents. Oh, love this one. I feel like I just really, really scored yesterday, even though my pile was relatively small. Oh, I love that one. Love. So I think there have been probably a couple of pages taken out of it, but I don't care. It's really thick here. Love it. But that wasn't the best one. I got this one for $2.99. And look at the size of this thing. Ah! It is all tree wood pattern stuff. And since my husband is a jack of all trades, I swear, in his off time, he does everything from metalwork to woodwork to all kinds of things. My son, one of my son-in-laws is computer. Oh my goodness, words have failed me today. Programmer. But my other grandson loves hunting and loves woodworking, so I will be using this paper. And plus I have grandsons who will be into all kinds of rough and tumble things. Look, that's just, it's like a close-up of the side of a tree. And I personally just love these. I think they're wonderful. And since I have so many men in my life, I will be able to very much use this. Look at that. It looks like a piece of plywood. I think that's hilarious. I think it's just hilarious. So I was very excited about this. It's just the end cuts of wood. Close-up of a tree. I just love it. And I don't know if any of this has been used. $2.99. Can you believe that? I love it. Love, love, love it. I felt so lucky. I mean, she handed me the stack. And like I said, she said, "You want to look at it?" And I'm like, "Nope." Just put it in the buggy. I indulged myself a little bit yesterday and ended up with a couple of Easter things or spring things, just decorative. This has nothing to do with junk journaling, but I loved this little ceramic, porcelain, whatever it is, basket. I just thought it was so springy and cute. It says a basket full of spring. So it's just a little pretty thing to set on my desk. I like it. I got this. It was brand new. It still had the tag on it. I got it for $2.99. And my grandsons love airplanes, so I thought it was just a cute little Easter decoration. I don't have too many Easter decorations, and I kind of want to build that up a little bit because my Christmas decorations are crazy, but I want to kind of build up my Easter ones. Now, I fell in love with this bunny, this beautiful bunny, and I got her for $2.99. Didn't notice in my excitement the chip on the bow. But then again, I can't say it didn't happen on the way home too. But I also didn't happen to notice the broken spout. I'm still kind of okay with it. I mean, just glancing at it, you don't notice. I was looking at the flowers because most of the time it's the flowers that are broken off. And I was like, yay, there's just this tiny little chip on the flowers, and I can live with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, and then my daughter pointed out last night, "Mom, you know the spout's broken." And I'm like, no, I didn't. So she's still a pretty bunny, but she's not as pretty as I wanted her to be. Hand painted in the Philippines. I just thought it was pretty. I still will probably keep it. And the only other thing I got was this box, and I think the box is pretty. And I will probably switch out some of my storage here, knowing me, in my office, my craft room here, close to Christmas, and use this instead. It's just so pretty. I love it. So this was my haul for today. I will be getting back on here soon to do a final flip through on my 2020 journal. I finally have finished all of the decor in it, and I'm not going to do the journaling until I show y'all all the decor in it, all of the ephemera in it, because the journaling is very personal, and I want to keep that to myself. So I also am working on my craft room, prettying it up a little. My husband built me a beautiful craft room, and it's not huge, but I love it, and I have been doing some little decor work on it. So I will be doing a show and tell of my craft room soon. So anyway, for today, that's all I had, was that little bitty thrift haul. So may God bless you and keep you safe.